As a designer, having a cute wrist pin cushion is an underrated essential we need to talk about. Welcome to Sew With Anita, where I share tips that no one talks about that will elevate your sewing skills from a basic to a professional. If you're just joining us for the first time, you're welcome. Hit on the like and subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I drop videos like this. In this video, I'll be teaching us how to achieve this cute pin cushion that you can wear as a bangle, and I'll be taking us through the step-by-step process. You did be shocked how easy it is to make this. To achieve this, I made use of the little material left from making this very beautiful pinnable mannequin and this bust hemming ball. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so, because I don't want you to miss out on this tutorial. I actually made this tutorial because I love you guys so much and I want us to grow together. So without further ado, let's dive into this tutorial. So I'm going to get my piece of fabric and place it on a fold like that. Then I'll place it on a fold again. We actually don't need much of this fabric, so we're just going to fold it into four like this. Then from the pointy end, I'm going to place my tape there and I'm going to come out by 2.5 inches to make a curve. So just look at what I'm doing. Then I'm going to go ahead to cut this out. After cutting it out, we're going to form, we have our round circle and we're going to use this circle to cut out the other piece. So I'm going to open up my fabric and I'm going to place it on it like that, right sides facing each other, and I'm going to cut it out too. So be very careful at this point so that you don't go ahead and cut it inside. So after doing this, I will then stitch it round with half of an inch. Before I do that, I'll go ahead to just cut out the band for the wrist at once. So I'm going to get my fabric and I'm going to place it on a fold. So the first thing I'm going to do is to measure out my wrist. So whatever I have there, we don't want the measurement to be too tight. We want some ease so that you don't have discomfort. Whatever I have there, I'm going to take times 2 of it so that we can get that scrunchy effect. Then I'm going to mark it out. Then I'm going to fold this into 2 like this. Then we're going to ensure that it is exactly 2 inches. After confirming that, we're going to then cut it out. After cutting it out, we're going to stitch it right side facing each other and we're going to stitch it with half of an inch. After stitching it down, we're going to trim out the excess and we're going to turn it over. We left like a small space so that we can be able to turn it out from that hole. Then I also turned over my band piece. After doing that, I went ahead to get my pieces foam. I cut it into very smaller pieces so it will not be bulging, to not be having unwanted shape. You can also make use of your materials, waste materials if you want, or you can make use of your foam or your wadding fabric. So which of them, you can just go ahead to use it as your filler. So I'm going to place it in like that. We want it to be as full as possible. After doing that, this is what I have. Then I'm going to get my needle and thread and top stitch that point to seal it up like that. So while doing this, ensure that your stitch is as neat as possible. We don't want it to be so obvious that there was a stitch there, so use the same color of thread and make it as invisible as possible. After doing that, this is what we have. I've gone ahead to also cut out my elastic that I'll be imputing in the elastic band. So to get this elastic measurement, I just took my wrist round measurement like that. I didn't remove any inches allowance, neither did I add. So ensure that it is as free as possible. We don't want it to be too tight so that it will not cause us discomfort. So I'm just going to prepare my needle and thread and I'm going to place this inside of the band. So I like to use my needle and thread. I'll first of all sew it firmly on the elastic like that. Then the bottom side of the needle, not the pointy side, I'm going to pass it through the band like that. Don't use the pointy side so it doesn't puncture a hole in the fabric. So this is what I did. Then after I passed it down, I'm just going to drag it gently so that you don't end up pulling everything inside. So by the time we push it in, we're just going to drag it gently like that, and while we have successfully turned it over. So at that point, I'm going to stitch it down like this firmly, and I'm also going to pull down the other side and I'm going to stitch it down. Then I'm going to join both sides together. So this is what I have. This is what it looks like after I was done. Then I'm going to get the foam and I'm going to place it at that point that I joined, and we're going to just stitch it down with our needle and thread so that it will not, we're going to hide the stitch of the band, so we want it to be as professional as possible. So just go ahead and stitch it down and stitch it firmly so that it will not be shaking. We want the cushion to be as firm as possible. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to do is to get our design in front. So for this, I doubled my thread. So if you use regular thread, just double it so that it can be very strong, so that it will not cut. Then I'm going to pass the needle through the center of this cushion like this. After I've passed it down, I can then start my design. But if you are not yet good as this, you can just make use of a chalk as a pattern for you to know where you are going to rope it from. So I've gone ahead to make like my design patterns with my chalk like that, and then I'm just going to pass it round like this, and I'm going to use my needle to stitch it like that. So just look at what I'm doing very carefully, and trust me, you won't miss it. So you can just go ahead to do it and ensure that it is as tight as possible. And while making it tight, do not over drag it so that you don't end up having a cut thread, because it will cut. So just try as much as possible to do this, and let your stitch be coming from the center. So we want everything to be from the center and the whole tying to be around it. So we're trying to make like an orange shape. I don't know if you understand. And so do you see the way it is already coming out very beautifully? You can actually leave your cushion the way it is. You are good to go actually. But if you want this design, then you can just go ahead to do this method. So after doing that, this is what it looks like. This is how nice it looks like. Then we are going to add our bead if you want to, or you can add a button to the center. Whatever it is you want, you can just add it there for your aesthetics. And this is what we have at the end, and this brings us to the end of this tutorial. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so that you don't miss out on the upcoming tutorials that I have installed for you. I've dropped a lot of wonderful tutorials how to achieve this easily and professionally.